Before we begin, this is for the version of you that feels completely alone tonight. Maybe the room is quiet, the phone screen is dark. Everyone else seems to have somewhere to be, someone to text, someone to call. Meanwhile, it's just you, and that heavy feeling in your chest, the question you don't say out loud. Why does it feel like no one really sees me? Stay here with me for a while. This is not a motivational speech. This is not think positive and you'll be fine. This is a quiet room for your tired heart, a place where your loneliness is allowed to exist without being judged, without being rushed away. You're not crazy for feeling this much. You're not broken for wanting someone to stay. Listen to this carefully. Nothing about this feeling makes you less worthy of love. Loneliness is not proof that you are unlovable. It is proof that your heart is alive, that there is a part of you still hoping for real connection. So for the next few minutes, let this be your place. You don't have to pretend here. You don't have to be strong. You can just be you, exactly as you are. And I will stay with you all the way through. You're still here. And so am I. Before your thoughts run away again, let's come back to something simple. Your breath. Notice the air as it comes in. Notice the slight touch at the tip of your nose. Notice it leaving, a little softer as it goes out. You don't have to change anything yet. Just watch. In and out. Like a quiet wave only you can feel. Now feel the weight of your body. Where are you touching the bed or the chair or the floor? Let that surface hold a little more of your weight. You don't have to hold yourself so tightly right now. It's okay to soften. Just for these few minutes. As you breathe, notice your chest. Maybe it feels tight. Maybe it feels empty. Whatever you feel is allowed. Nothing in you is wrong for needing comfort. Nothing in you is wrong for wanting to be held. With every breath in, imagine you are letting a tiny bit of warmth into your chest. With every breath out, imagine the loneliness is allowed to exhale too. Not forced away, just less alone, because you are finally here with yourself. And I am here with you, breath by breath. Your breath is here. Your body is here. Now let's gently step into the place where your loneliness began to feel this big. Close your eyes and imagine a quiet hallway inside your mind. Soft light, safe walls, no one else, just you. As you walk down this hallway, you notice a small door slightly open. A gentle light is coming from inside. This is the room where your loneliness lives. You don't have to rush in. Just place your hand on the door. Feel how it responds to your touch. It has been waiting for you. When you are ready, open the door in your own way. Inside, you see someone. Maybe they look like you when you were younger. Maybe they look like you right now, just more fragile, more tired. Notice their eyes. Notice how much they have been holding alone. Walk slowly toward them. You are not here to fix them. You are here to sit beside them. Imagine sitting down next to this lonely version of you, close enough that they can feel your warmth, but not so close that they feel pushed. Let them know with your presence, I see you. I know you have been alone for a long time. I'm here now. Say it inside your mind, as if you were whispering right into their heart. I am not going to leave you tonight. Notice how their shoulders soften, how their breathing changes, just because you are finally here with them. For the first time, your loneliness is not sitting alone in that room. You are together. And as you stay beside them, feel how you are also staying beside yourself. This is the beginning of your heart learning it is not abandoned. For so long, your loneliness has been telling you a story, a quiet sentence that plays on repeat. There must be something wrong with me. Maybe it sounded like this: I am too much. I scare people away. Or worse, I am not enough for anyone to stay. Those words have lived inside you, like graffiti on the walls of your mind. But tonight, here in this room with your breath, your body, your younger self beside you, we are going to question that story. Think of one moment, just one, when you wish someone would stay and they didn't. Feel how much that hurt, that pain was real. But listen to me carefully. Their leaving was never a measurement of your worth. People leave for reasons you were never told. Their storms, their fears, their unfinished stories. You were the one who stayed with the echo and blamed yourself for the silence. Take a slow breath in as you exhale. Imagine those old sentences beginning to fade, letter by letter. Now together, we write something new on those walls inside your mind. Say this with me. I am not too much. I am not enough. I am learning to be loved by people who can actually stay. Again, but softer, closer to your own heart. I am not too much. I am not enough. I am worthy of gentle, consisting love. Notice what happens in your body when you speak to yourself this way. Maybe your chest feels a little less heavy. Maybe your throat feels a little less tight. This is your nervous system hearing the truth for the first time in a long time. And you are doing this. You are the one choosing softer words for yourself. This is what healing feels like. Small, quiet, but real. You've walked a long way with me tonight. We've sat in the dark together, listened to the hardest parts. Now, I want to do something a little different. I want to talk to you like a friend, not a teacher, not a voice in the sky. Just someone who actually likes having you here. You know, if we were in the same room right now, I'd probably sit beside you, drop a blanket over both of us, and say something like, okay, first of all, you are way more lovable than you think. Because you are. You really are. I like the way you feel everything deeply. I like that you care so much it sometimes hurts. I like that even after being disappointed, some part of you still wants real connection. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you kind of beautiful. And yes, I know you probably rolled your eyes a little. That's fine. Friends survive eye rolls. But hear this part clearly. If I had to choose someone to sit with tonight, I would still choose you. Exactly as you are. Not the polished version of you. Not the always okay version. This one, tired, honest, a little messy, and still here. From now on, whenever you listen to Heart Hollow, I want you to feel like you are coming over to a friend's place. Loose clothes, no mask, no performance, just you and someone who genuinely enjoys your presence. If it helps, you can imagine me nudging your shoulder right now, saying, "Hey, I'm really glad you're here, you know." And if the loneliness comes back tomorrow, remember this. You now have at least one friend who knows the way into that quiet room with you. You don't have to face it alone anymore. Let that thought sit in your chest for a moment. I am not alone. I have a friend who understands my heart. I know your heart's been heavy every night, watching all the windows lose their light. You kept your feelings quiet out of sight, but you still showed up, you still survived the night. You've walked through every shadow on your own, carried every silence like a stone, but something in you never fully broke. A tiny ember hiding in the smoke. Stay with me tonight, let's turn on one small light. We'll breathe until the dark feels not so tight. Sing with me tonight, we'll color in this night. Your lonely room can glow in softer light. You are not too much, you're exactly right. You are always worth a warmer night. Maybe you've been told you're hard to hold, or that your dreams are somehow too bold, but I can see the gold under the old. A quiet magic waiting to unfold. So let the music circle around your mind, wrap you like a scarf in winter wind. Every little beat is here to remind you are not alone, you're seen, you're kind. Hey, if we were side by side right now, I'd probably nudge your shoulder and say, I really like this version of you. Not the perfect one. This one. Tired, honest, still trying. So come on, stay with me a bit longer. Let's feel a little better together. a song inside you, soft and low. Anytime you need a friend, just press play. I'll be here with you, light in your hallway. We're not staying in our heads tonight. Give me your hand. We're turning this room into a dance floor. No hiding, no pretending. Just you, me, and the music. Ready? All the weekends from a distance, scrolling through the parties like a witness. Same room, same walls, same playlist on repeat. Heart on airplane mode, both hands off the beat. But there's a spark under the silence, I can feel it. A little rush inside your chest when the bass hits. Close your eyes, let the rhythm pull you in. This is where a different kind of night begins. So let the lights run wild across your skin. Let the sound pour in and wash the static thin. If your heart's been heavy for too long, tonight we let it fall into a song. Not broken, we're just breathing under glass. And we're breaking through and letting it all pass. If you feel that pulse under your feet, that's your loneliness learning how to leave. Every maybe next time turn to never. Every almost connection cut the tether. But you're here right now in this one track, and the version of you hiding doesn't have to come back. You don't owe the world a perfect face. You just need a moment in a different place. Let the cinch draw lines through the dark. Let the kick drum underline your heart. There's a fire under the quiet, can you feel it? Let it rise, let the old story peel off and peel it. When the drop comes in, don't overthink. Just let your heart beat and the bass link. So lights run wild across your skin. Let the sound pour in and wash the static thin. If your heart's been heavy for too long, tonight we let it fall in. A song comes. We're not broken, we're just breaking out of frames. Dancing in the space between our old names. If you feel that rush under your feet, that's your loneliness melting in the heat. Your skin, let the sound pour in and drown feel that rush under your feet? That's your lonely past fading with the beat. If this moves something inside you, don't go back to hiding. Stay connected. Subscribe, tap like, and tell us in the comments how you feel now. Your story matters more than you think.